Hey guys, my name's Orthodox and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to present the very first podcast episode of Halidom Hotspot, your one-stop shop to all things Dragalia Lost. But I'm not alone. Today joining me is my co-host LERART.
Hey, what's up? I'm LERART.
And our very special guest, Glace, the Pope of Church of Patia.
God, you really have to introduce me that way. Hi!
And I hope I said it right. So
You did. I think.
Wonderful.
I don't know. Doesn't
But-
matter.
You know, as any podcast format, for the viewer, guys, feel free to click away and enjoy our discussion. We're going to start by diving into introductions for what you can expect in the Halidom Hotspots going forward weekly. It'll be a new weekly podcast. We're going to cover everything from news, meta shifts, events, art spotlight, and just our crazy casual DL talk. Possibly even what kind of new meme clears we're looking at doing. So I'm definitely excited. I think the first thing to get us more situated with the audience is personal introductions. So I think I'll lead. Obviously, my name's Orthodox. I run the YouTube channel, as well as guides and other YouTube content. My favorite adventurer in this game, I'm gonna have to say, is Mim. Very close second with Audric. So I guess first favorite female, right, is obviously Mim. Great character, great emotes in the Discord, by the way, guys. If you haven't joined the Discord, please, I'm doing a self-plug. Join the Discord. Link is in the description below. And then, yeah, I started playing, actually. I'm not a day one player. I started playing this game April of last year, I want to say. It was the first Fire Emblem collab. I saw it on my Twitter newsfeed, and I was like, all right. I see Marth, and you know, the game's downloading. So, yeah. What about you, LERART? What's now that I've spoiled your name, what's your favorite unit?
Yeah, Glace is gonna kill me for this, but there are like 5 characters that I really, really like. I don't necessarily like one of them more. So it's Patia, Mitsuba, Yasu, Eris, and Alex. I really like those 5. Don't have necessarily a favorite, but those are my favorites. I started playing on Faye, on the first Faye run, because... And it wasn't even because of Fire Emblem, because I don't like Fire Emblem. I had 2 friends at the time that really liked Fire Emblem Heroes. So I would like always hang out with them, and they would always talk about Faye, and I would be like, oh, okay, sure. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. They started playing DL, and I was like, okay, maybe I can play it and join the topic. So I started playing like on the ending of Faye, was the last week of Faye, and I like it. So I continued playing it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, honestly, I fell in love with the defensive battles the first time it came around. I thought that was really, really cool. The live action elements and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, though, you say you don't like Fire Emblem. That's definitely a hot take. It
Yeah.
definitely is a hot take. Obviously, everyone is entitled to their own opinions. I'm going to have to disagree respectfully. But, yeah, no, absolutely. And then, of course, you know, our esteemed guest, Glace.
Hi there. First of all, LERART, no hard feelings, I know. You're allowed to like other characters. I'm not saying you can't like just that. For those of you who don't know, LERART is my second in charge at the church.
Oh my god.
So to speak. But yeah, I'm Glace. Some people probably know me on Reddit as PM Patia Ludes. God. So weird to say out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you can guess that my favorite unit is Patia. Close second is Mega Man. He's wacky and he's fun. But I technically started playing day of release, and I'm gonna be honest, I got bored because it was release of a gacha game. There's not much to do.
Right.
So I uninstalled after a couple days. I saw the Half Annie Faye release, like Faye announcement. I downloaded like the next day. I didn't like, dude. That was during second anniversary. Remember, I got grands on all that stuff, but I had a good amount of resources built up for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's so funny that we all kind of like converged, I guess, at the same time. We're all technically April players. I mean, you got the title of day one, right? Because you did download. At least you had an account. Did you restart your account, or did you download the same account?
I had the same account, and I never actually got a starter 5-star. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, pain. I think if I remember correctly, they initially had it where it was a starter 4-star unit.
Yeah.
And then
That's what it was.
they made the shift to 5-star unit during the Fire Emblem update when they took away the worm prints. I think that's the direction they took. New players nowadays, speaking of which, they have it really good with the way that things are
choose the character.
So they get there's the original 13 to choose from, and they get the 10 free daily tenfolds, right, for the first 10 days of play on whatever banners are live.
Yeah, they don't have to spend stamina on the story too. And they have some freebies, 3 stars, and some of them are really good.
That's also true.
It makes sense because I remember we got a lot of people during the Monster Hunter collab because that also had free tenfolds every day, and so newbies essentially getting 2 free tenfolds a day that was active during them. That's a really good deal.
Right. Yeah. Especially that's a lot of Eldwater, even if they are duping, which most likely as a new player you wouldn't be. So.
I'd be pretty unlucky for that.
Yeah. Now, actually, before we step, I do want to cover the news in a moment, but as a side note, Glace and I discovered something between our 2 favorite characters.
Oh yeah.
And this was the epiphany that I wanted to hold for the podcast to share with you, LERART. So, Glace, if you will, do the honors of kind of detailing this beautiful discovery.
Okay, so Mim and Patia, both in their base regular forms, which is Gala Mim and just 4-star Patia.
Oh!
Both are Lance units.
Yes. And
now they both have alts. There is Halloween Mim and Summer Patia, both of which wield axes.
Yeah.
Yes. And they also retained their original elements.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Isn't that something?
That is true. It is. I've noticed something with another thing with Patia. I think I talked about this with Glace. So Patia is like Leif's right hand, right?
Right.
And so is there's another thing. So is Elly for Uden. Both of them are the king or the leader is a sword, and the right hand is a lance, and they both got an X-alt.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
It's kind of a stretch for Elly because that's Gala Elisan, and that was
still
her fourth
true.
alt. No, that's her 3rd alt. I see your point, but like,
and they're both buff bots.
Yeah, they both are buff bots.
Yeah.
I do like that she has Leaf on the beach ball for Patia's Forcestrike.
Yeah,
I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Actually, since this kind of partakes of the update, her English voice got released yesterday, so I can finally understand what she's saying. And she remarks about there is apparently a legend that Leif swam a great distance, quote unquote, full armor.
For real?
Full armor?
Yes.
Is that in her English voice that she states, or where did you see this? I just pulled up for the viewers. I just pulled up the notice for regarding Summer Patia's voice, so that they can see. As of last night, so the recording is obviously August 7th for us. Patia's voice in English is officially there.
I'm so happy that I
And
can
this was back
understand
from
her.
July 13th when she released, which is
It's been nearly a month.
Yeah, the pandemic's really been definitely a strain on production. So yeah,
You got the infamous MS name.
MS name, my favorite. My favorite. You know, and speaking of adjustments as well, we also have the adjustments made to Halloween Elisan from the requirements. So this is the next part on the news that I also wanted to look at. I'm just going to read this here for you guys and for the viewers. The adjustment details, as stated by Okada, is that they're making adjustments to the skill gauge fill rate for the Sacred Maiden level 4 skill, for skill 1. so that it is a uniform rate even when the skill shift activates. Also, the Mischief Maker level 3 skill is used. A buff that reduces standard attack but fills the skill gauge faster will be applied for a certain amount of time. It's a little bit of a tongue twister, I guess, for myself. Maybe I need more of my morning coffee. That being said, you know, the reduction of the standard attack, really not a big deal in my opinion. She still gets to keep that skill fill that she has from her skill 2, right? And then at the same time, she now has this new buff, Vampire Maiden.
Yeah.
So, obviously we don't know what the numbers or the percentages on how much the standard attacks are being reduced, but having the skill gauge fill a flat amount from Mischief Maker and additionally increasing how much it will fill, period, from her skill 2 is pretty cool. Yeah, LERART, you sound like you have some ideas?
Oh yeah, and it's like, it's only standard attack, so it's not a strength debuff or a skill damage debuff, it's only standard attack. So I don't think like it's a bad thing at all. Especially because her skills are already spammable, in theory. And if you get like a faster skill rate, or rather skill fill, then like she can spam her skills, just spam non-stop, and she get a lot of buffs and a lot of healing. So that's a really good fix, I think.
Yeah, I think it definitely will have her relegate more towards a support unit, right, as we see Tartarus coming at the end of the month.
Oh yeah, can't wait for that.
You know, we do have Tie Shan Gongsu, which is a... I'm like, I can say that just fine, right? As I can't read the update description. That dragon, in fact, is a split skill haste and HP. Similar in passive to Freya, but no heal on the dragon active.
Yeah.
So, that being said, if you have skill haste from the bow, and then you have skill haste from S2, and then you have skill haste from the dragon, and then maybe from your prince, you're going to have a rapid skill shifting Halloween Elisan. And, you know, you're getting team strength, you're getting heals. I mean, phase 3 heals. So, you know, definitely have to see how much this is going to affect her. I know initially they, when they made the adjustment for how much the SP cost was, it was pretty substantial for each skill shift.
It was really big.
But now
Phase
that
1
it's
was
not,
4.5k. Then the second phase was 5.5k, and then the third phase was 6k. Was a lot for skill 1.
Right. And the other thing I just thought of and thought this would be noting is it's reducing standard attack only, as you had mentioned, LERART, which is a very small portion of Halloween Elisan's overall damage. She also does have level 2 standard attack damage from being a spiral, which other units won't have. That. Oh, sorry, Glace. I'm so sorry to steal your thunder there. If you want to, it's basically, I was looking at it and I was thinking about it. The level 2 standard attack damage is only really on her, and then I want to say Alphonse. Is there any other spirals for light?
Those are the only 2 light spirals in existence.
Okay.
Alphonse, I'm still shocked, is on the DPS sim, the holy DPS sim. Like, love it or hate it, is there. He's number 4.
Yeah,
that also does have last offense, but like, I still don't know why Alphonse is higher than Heli.
Yeah, I just pulled it up here. Disregarding team DPS increase, right? Which it seems like a lot of light has a lot of team DPS introduction. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to drop this to 0, just to see, you know, personal DPS only.
Oh, now he's up to 3.
Yeah, so it looks like, you know, Summer Mikoto, right? Which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is all personal DPS. I don't think his buffs are shared.
They're unique to him.
Yeah.
I think part of that buff from Alphonse is also from last offense.
Yeah, it is. Let me see if I can. Yeah. For those viewing, they won't be able to see the side because I have it zoomed in just a little bit. So let me see if I can go ahead and move this. Yeah, there we go. For the time being, I've just moved the image over slightly so they can see the characters in question. But yeah, so yeah, right now Zubagier is second. You have Summer Mikoto as first, and then Alphonse as third, and this is for personal DPS alone. Obviously, with the sim, it's not to be mentioned as the holy grail, as you can see when you actually have team DPS. I don't even know. We're gonna have to see what light team DPS really looks like because the Agito weapons and the skills have not even been announced or mentioned.
Yeah. I would say, at least for the time being, probably about like 50k team
50.
DPS.
It may be
that's
more.
aside from you, and that's 2 other DPS, roughly like 2 other top DPS, and a healer.
Yeah,
We might be able to still 4 healer Tartarus because we still have Cupid, on our backlines, or you know what I mean, in our belt.
Right. You can definitely see that. Regardless of what ends up happening, based on utility, Radiant Swan Zhang having the unique debilitator skill is definitely going to make her way into Tartarus if there is a huge paralysis introduction.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. Also, as a segue for additional light spirals, we do have Julieta and Hildegard who were announced.
Yeah, that's true.
For spirals as well. So, and we'll probably also see, Halloween Elisan appear as her DPS will increase. I know they show a small portion of team DPS bonus for her, but her overall DPS will increase when the spiral changes go live. I believe that's on the 11th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I think so. It'll be with it'll be with the update for the event that we have coming in a couple days.
Yeah, it looks like it is. So I just moved this back to the center. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much everything on Halloween Elly, I believe. We'll have to see. I mean, right now light is difficult. Zodiark is kind of a mentor farming and Dracolith farming venture. The weapons are lackluster. I mean, speaking of
also
which,
a wasteland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was checking because I usually check the difference in damage on the sim. Like if you change the Agito for a High Dragon tier 2, so for water, for the most part, it's a really small difference, like barely noticeable. And for the other characters, it's pretty intense. Like I know Lexi loses more than 10k if she switches to High Dragon tier 2.
Oh wow, yeah.
And yeah, she loses more than 10k. It's a lot. And in Shadow just they look like flame units sometimes.
Right.
If you some of them like Gala Alex loses, I think it was like 20 something k. Because the attack rate is so busted.
Yeah.
So like High Dragon weapons are not bad, but especially the Zodiark weapons are especially bad compared to the Agito.
Yeah.
Even more so because Kai is so easy to farm.
Right. Well, especially with
it's hard to beat attack haste, man.
Yes. Yeah. The standard attack rate increase, right, or the attack rate increase, period, right, making
attack
skills and standard attacks faster.
Yeah.
And the tier 2 also added extra 5% critical rate.
Yeah.
Which is like over a third of what water gets for their standard buff.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed that when the tier 2 water weapon comes out, they give us, as retribution, right, attack rate to tie
Oh my god.
Skill damage.
Even, yeah, I mean,
skill
please.
damage is busted.
I don't know, I mean, what are your guys' impressions for Tartarus's skills? Do you think it will be strength and defense like Flame and Wind, or do you think they might give us attack rate like Shadow? What are you guys thinking?
I think it'll be like 15 strength, something like that.
Yeah.
I think something along those lines too. Thematically, it would be kind of fitting if they were also attack rate up, but I think Cygames has kind of learned their lesson with giving attack rate up on an Agito weapon like that. To the point where, like, just like for most Agitos, I believe people recommend that you start off topping off your tree first and then farming for an Agito weapon. Although for Kai, they're like, get your Agito first and then start farming expert, which is completely backwards because he's just that busted.
Right. Right.
But I think for Pop Tart over here that we're gonna get soon, I think it's really just gonna be like the standard attack and defense, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we could get like skill damage and be unique like that. That would be
awesome. That would be cool. Yeah.
It'd be cool to see skill haste too, or even like, yeah, I don't know. I see, like, initially I was excited about crit rate for water, and then they gimped the percentage.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I mean, crit rate is also diminishing returns, whereas strength at least has overall value, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess closing the idea of the Agito weapons, I think attack rate was given to Shadow primarily to close the gap that Glio had presented in the Shadow power balance, if you will.
Yeah.
It definitely made a whole lot of units catch up and not necessarily surpass her, because Glio will always be relevant with percentages, but their personal damages were able to place Glio as a support unit that she was designed to be, as opposed to a damage carry.
Like, I remember some characters got so much better with the Agito. Patia, Gala Alex, Yasa got a lot significantly better. The Unga Bungas in general got just really strong. Yeah, Curran got so much better.
Yeah.
Lathina. Yeah.
Although Lathina is very strange, right? Because with the introduction of Cat Sheath, her playstyle changed, where Dragon is not as generally accepted, and it's more accepted to spam her S1.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I like seeing those like small nuances and changes in character for like optimal DPS based on their equipment. Because if you do have access to that Gala Dragon, right, the cat, your playstyle heavily changes. Whereas if you're playing with Shinobi, then you do want to be trying to Dragon as often as possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very interesting in that. I guess the other thing to mention as well is we did get some more insight in our director Yuji Okada's head as of recent. So I'm going to pull up this Yuji Okada response to player feedback from August 2nd here. Did you guys take a read through this initially?
I did.
I did, yeah.
What are your initial impressions? I know there's a lot to read here, so I'm going to pick and choose a few things that we seem to feel as most important from this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll leave a link as well for this news in the description as well below, so you guys will be able to see it. It's also in the game in the news section to read the full article. But yeah, LERART, is there any details that you were able to glean from this that caught your eye?
Not really. Like, I think those topics that on the news from the response to feedback, most of them are like they were already glimpsed over, because they are like a lot of them were issues that we're having for a long time, and it's either like he's saying, oh yeah, we're fixing that, or people they fixed already and we're just oh okay, that's nice. So I think the only thing that it's noticeable for me is that Dragon battles on like the Onslaught events were boring, and he said he's improving them. That's the only thing I think, and we're having our Onslaught event soon, so
right, yeah, I do see that. And then Glace, what are your thoughts?
I've already seen a lot of it because I believe it said it was from a past date, so a lot of it's just not big news, but one of the biggest things I'm kind of excited about is that he says that we're planning a lot for second anniversary.
Oh,
We got a
yes.
lot for our first anniversary last year, and he says we're getting even more.
Yeah.
And I believe they also there's one of the things that stuck out is advertising, and that's like one of Dragalia's biggest weaknesses is that we don't get advertised. So I'm really excited for anniversary because we're getting so many new players, more fresh blood in the community. Gonna love
Yeah.
it.
Hopefully a lot of Dragon Stones, the Sunlight
Oh
Stone.
yes.
I need them.
It would be nice to see
my
that in the login, yeah.
Daikokuten or the Mouse Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
The Lumen Mouse Dragon is
The
still at
red.
0 unbinds.
Oh, that's me. It's
Yeah,
such a
I
good
only
dragon
have
too.
Cupid. I know. I only have Cupid.
Like
I'm almost on my second one.
I think the red Daikokuten will be one of those dragons that like even if the Gala is like amazing, it'll still be like still be relevant because of the attack rate buff stone.
Yeah.
That is so good, such a good, and it like has an amazing dragon form too.
Right,
So-
right. Yeah, 80% strength is great, and initially it was balanced on the fact that we didn't have combo time chain co-abilities, so
Yeah.
it was only good if you were a good player, right, to hold that combo. But now with combo time and Mitsuhide and I think also Fritz,
Yeah, Fritz does have it.
so you don't even need the limited dagger. You could technically, build Fritz just for that combo time and crit. You get the same backline. They're
Yeah, and it's a
interchangeable by
4-star.
backline. Yeah.
Oh.
I think actually the only difference is that it's a little less combo time by like 0.5 seconds or something.
Yeah, but it's
That's like nothing.
But
Yeah.
ideally, yeah, I mean, you still get about 2 seconds out of it, and then you completely gloss over and patch up the weakness, if you will, of holding combo time for that. So that's definitely good.
I might be wrong, but I think Zubaje, even with combo time, cannot maintain the combo because he plays with 4 strikes.
Yeah, that much I'm not sure.
I haven't played as him, but I do know that Rathalos Berserker can if you have combo time on him.
Oh,
They do have a
Yeah,
similar charge
That
time.
is reflected. That is reflected in the Sims, and actually I've played. I usually run. My standard backline is Nobu, Ezzy, and
and the weapon.
no Halloween Mim because I don't have Grace.
Oh, do you have the Agito weapon too?
Yeah.
So you have a lot of combo time.
Yeah, I think for that it's
extra
6
7
seconds
Yeah.
of additional
That's
combo.
7 seconds. Additional
And then
6.
normal is what, 1
But, like,
second?
before
Yeah,
even tier 2, I was able to keep it up easily because that's still like 6 seconds I get of breathing time,
Yeah.
Right.
and that like even like an expert Volk where he moves around a lot, that's like nothing.
But if I remember, like even then, how many hits is that for the Daikokuten? Is it 20?
I think it's 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's around 15 or 20, which is most of what the
Hey, it's
flurries
15.
are. Yeah.
So like it's a lot of time. It'll take a long time for Zubaje to get those. But yeah, I think it's the only. Let me check. I'll just double check. Cause I remember him being the only DPS units that doesn't want Daikokuten. Might be different now. Let me
Yeah,
check.
I could see it as well if paralysis becomes such a big focus in Tartarus. He could move towards, running with the Corsaint Phoenix.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
Para Punish.
He uses Corsaint Zubaje. Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. I mean, the thing is there's such great backline co-abilities in Light. You have Peony, you have Sharina, you have Mitsuhide, and technically Fritz falling in the same category for that. And then also you even have Chitose, who has defense in the chain co-ability along with the skill haste. That's pretty darn good because if you're running Peony and Chitose, and then technically, which is kind of a funny thing, Hanabusa, I believe is his name, the event blade from the last one also has defense as a chain co-ability.
Really?
So you can get defense on all your chain co-abilities, Peony, Peony, Chitose, and Hanabusa, and then you also get light damage 20, blade coab, and wand coab. on whatever
That's
light
cool.
unit you're running.
You get really bulky with good regular co-ops.
Right. Or even if you don't have one of those, you could flex Sharina with the para punish. I think it's like 9% para punish plus
8%, I'm pretty sure.
8%. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so give or take like 8% para punish, and then you also have the 13% strength every time you paralyze, which most light units are just having a heyday with paralysis right now.
That's why I'm glad that the new light wand, Zhuangzhang or whatever, how you pronounce your name. Did I say? I hope I said that right.
Yeah,
I
Radius
believe
One's
also
like, yeah.
helps take away some of the resistance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's extremely
I have a
potent.
feeling that if, at least in Master, I don't know about Expert yet because it's not even out, but I feel like Master, because they traditionally have been lasting much longer, she will definitely be meta there, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. I mean, the current fight for the twins, right, which is the most recent expert, initially, if you're not doing the cheese compositions, right, traditional compositions are about, anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes. So it's interesting, like one Peony has the ability to get like 9 paralysis stacks by herself. Like if you're doing a crazy skill haste build. I was running something wonky earlier with Tiesha and Gongsu, and I saw 9 paralysis stacks, like just for myself. So
Just Peony?
yeah, like guys,
Wow.
Light is a little messed up with the amount of obsession it has for paralysis. So we'll probably see a similar overcapping situation. I mean, even in MKai, we see overcapping in Poison. If you're not playing optimally, you have to play optimally not to overcap Poison in MKai. And then no matter how optimal you play in Master Volk, you will overcap her.
the overburn, yeah.
Right, so I can definitely see this trend where the afflictions have value in Expert and then they overcap in Master.
The only thing about Master Kai is that when even if you get the over poison, I feel like it's similar to the overburn in Expert Volk, which is you only get it like at the end of the quest, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Because I remember like even back then when Yuden was meta on Expert Volk, we did get overburn because we ran Xania and Yuden. So we were getting, I was getting a lot of overburns, but it was only at the end, so it didn't really matter, and that's what's happening to me in Master Kai.
Yeah, I think as time goes on, initially too, right, players weren't running with T2s, and then the more T2s we get and the stronger the compositions get, the less of an issue the affliction overcapping will be as well.
Yeah.
So it's like an initial roadblock just due to our overall damage, and then things will get better. Wrapping up the list for Okada, the one thing I wanted to mention that I found interesting, the quality of life changes for the team slots are definitely nice.
Oh yeah.
So he did say copying and rearranging teams for a future update, please be patient. This is a great quality of life change. The other one that's also nice is having additional notifications for which characters have mana spirals. I noticed that as a casual player, it's easy to miss spirals. If you're not reading the news every single day and you're not logging in every single day, it's easy to not notice. I've had people in the Discord mention, oh my gosh, this character has a spiral or this character has a spiral. And it's hard to know if you're a new player, if you just joined the game, how are you supposed to know what the roster looks like for spirals?
Even as a veteran player, I sometimes forget, like, I don't know, Elaine has a spiral or Renelle, so it's just that it's the only way you know the character has a spiral is either when you 15 see them or when you see the news for it. So but they just get like we get more and more news, so you won't like go back a whole lot just to check which characters got a spiral. You can also check the wiki, I guess.
Right,
But
right.
it's really easy to not know which characters don't have a spiral or have a spiral.
The only way I believe, like in game at a glance without looking at news, is that if you have the 2D version of Mana Spiral, so like it doesn't bring you to
Oh,
like
yeah,
the cool
yeah.
3D menu. If you do have that, you can scroll all the way down and see the Mana Spiral. But like, yeah, you're not gonna do that for every character.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Or if you do have a character at 50 nodes, right, you'll notice that the number turns yellow instead of this like teal color, and that indicates that you can go further. So,
But
but
even
then
then,
again,
like, that's
you have
still
to.
a lot
That's
of
a huge
resources.
yeah, exactly. That's a huge investment just to happen upon a character getting a spiral, right?
Imagine
So-
like you do all that work just to unbind them, and you find out you have to do more.
Right. And you're like, oh
God,
no,
I'd be
I only have Chimera Techs. So,
I mean, even then, you could still like defeat Expert to get the tail for the 70th. For the
Right.
final node, but like that's still like, imagine you're a casual, you finally max out your favorite character, a lane, whatever, and you find out there's 20 more to go.
yeah.
That would be so disheartening.
Yes. My favorite character, Elaine.
Hey, everyone has their own faves.
That's
Yeah.
true. I mean, technically, the dirtiest thing on the 3 stars is the 3 stars have really great art. Like, Elaine's art looks really good.
No.
I really like Vice. Vice starts.
Vice has really good art. Xania has great art. I really like Xania. Who else in the 3 star? Joanna, Melora,
Joe.
Francesca, Joe.
Kind of like Zardans.
Zard is pretty good. I like his personality too. I like how they're
Gerota-
not terribly two-stat.
Gerota doesn't have a spiral, but I really like his art.
I'm surprised Gerota didn't get a spiral.
Yeah,
honestly.
me too.
Yeah. In due time. I mean, Elisan doesn't have one, even though, again, she doesn't need one.
She doesn't need one, and I honestly think that if she were to get a spiral, it risks overstepping her Gala version.
Right.
And her Gala version is literally just supposed to be a better version of her.
But,
Like, she buffs more and she gives resistance. That's her thing.
yeah. Are you
If
guys...
they buff her attack rate, like her attack buffs anymore,
Uh-huh.
she might be better than Gelly, and that's bad for money.
Right. I could see, unironically, them forgetting to Mana Spiral Luca as the light comes up.
Yeah,
As he is the
I would
forgotten.
love that.
I would hate that.
I would love that. I
want
don't like
Luca,
Luca.
please. I want
would
his
be-
spiral to be like something cool.
Yeah.
They probably would have the spell because almost all of them have had the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am surprised they didn't have an Elly spiral that just added like the spell on her S2
Right.
and like give like 1 energy on her S1. Like that
Yeah.
would be a spiral. People would be happy with that. She's at least being recognized.
I'm surprised she still doesn't have a spiral too.
I mean, yeah, it's weird. We've already gotten Master Kai, and Ellie's over here sitting on the theoretical bench
Yeah.
without a spiral.
I want this is my like wish list for Luca. My wish list would be like, because I think his skill 2 just does damage right now. It doesn't do anything like significant. It's like S1 has like paralysis uptime, and then skill 2 like just doesn't do anything. It would be cool if they made skill 2 like a charge system. And the way it would work is like, I don't know, you could fill it with skill fill like normally. Like it wasn't a reservoir, it wasn't skill reservoir. It still filled normally, but it could overfill like additionally. And then it had like a maybe a mobility feature to it or something. Some kind of way to make it like mobile bow. You know how Hunter Cerise, her skill 1 is the Monster Hunter evasion animation, and then she fires a shot and it increases the Forcestrike damage.
And that's actually an actual hunter skill from the game. But
Right,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, so I want something like that, but instead of going backwards, maybe he goes left or right.
Ooh, maybe
And if it
can-
charged additionally, then you could save those to use them. I don't know, something for mobility's sake. Like maybe if you waited till it was like fully charged, or if there was a charge system, he could also have access to lowering para-res.
Yeah, I was really hoping for like lowering paralysis because light just goes way too hard on
Right.
paralysis.
Yeah.
We need some kind of resistance, or we really need to like Thanos snap him in the first minute, or just like not even take like Spirit of
Yeah.
the Season because it'll be useless for like half the fight.
Right. So, last thing that I did want to mention before we move on from Okada's letter, though, is the Fafnir Metal Shop is apparently
Getting a
in the
reset.
works for a rework. So Okada just mentioned that they're considering additional items and things like that to be in the lineup. I know, LERART, you had mentioned your wish for tomes. So
Those would be nice.
yeah, definitely. Anything like that would be nice. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, more Champions Testaments. I have officially held off buying anything in the shop now, as I've bought all the expensive stuff. So just saving them up for the time being, you know. But segueing into more light characters, there's a new event and a new summon showcase on the horizon. Twinkling Twilight. I know we had mentioned this briefly. So this is going to begin on August 11th at 1 a.m. This is my Central Standard Time, by the way. So in 3 days, I believe, is what the wiki is stating. We have Curran and Cassandra in a festival attire. Boys, any thoughts on what you think the elements for these characters are going to be?
Oh, Curran is I feel like hard read. Curran is light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's of course the Jupiter mask, and which was also data mined a while back, right before Galaxy came out. There was an icon for like a little mini Jupiter, which I feel definitely is going to be for Summer Curran. Sandra, I'm not sure. Her flower in her hair suggests maybe like water to me.
Yeah.
But also considering I was Twilight, she could be Shadow as well.
Which I hope she's not.
It
God,
would be
I hope
okay.
she's not Shadow.
Imagine if she power creeps herself. Oh my god.
I'd be okay with that because of how depressing her original spiral is.
Yeah. I think Althemia outdoes her regular one, doesn't
She does.
It's pretty
yeah.
painful.
Oh my
Yeah. So I was talking with a Discord member in the Discord, Rainbow, right? And Rainbow had done an analysis, by the way. It's in the theory crafting thread, so if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I pinned it in the Discord. It's in theory crafting. It is all of the events currently that we've had, and it's an analysis on, you know, what we've had, what we're going to have, and then like a potential thought on the future, right?
Yeah.
That being said, with the current defense events that we've gotten so far, or the events that are formatted this way, Twinkling Twilight, by the way, is going to be a mini event, essentially a new event, but also a defense event where we'll get tomes, right, and these two new characters as a banner.
Yeah.
The previous ones have been Nadine and Linnea, right, and that was Flame and Shadow. And then the following one was Patia and Mikoto, which was Light and Shadow, right? So if you're following, the only elements left that have not been in the duo is Water and Fire for what's not been featured as an event unit on a defense banner, right?
No, wasn't Nadine Fire though?
Oh yes. Nadine was Fire. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's Water and Wind is the two that have not been shown. So my thought is that Cassandra would have to fall into one of those categories.
Yeah.
You know, like what's really sad about Cassandra, like the OG Cassandra? She's the worst Shadow ones in the game.
That's painful. That's really painful.
Yeah, like she's worse than the Althemia. She's worse than Xena, the Welfare Xena. She's worse than Kleiman. She's it's painful.
She's worse than Kleinman. Are you? Oh wait, Kleinman did get a spiral.
I'm
didn't
pretty
he?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Kleinman's
I
pretty
forgot he
good.
got a spiral.
Veronica is better. Gleo.
I mean, Veronica is Veronica, and Gleo is Gleo.
So like, okay, so what I think, okay, so Daddy Curran is clearly light, and Mommy Cassandra, I think she's water, because those are for sure like the weakest elements. And I feel like I mean, it would make sense if she was Shadow, I guess, because we got Master Kai. But we got so many Shadow units recently that I don't know. I feel like aside from Eugene and Catherine, what were the last water units? New water units, weren't it like the chefs? I think.
Chefs,
What?
and I think before that it was Hunter Cerise.
Well, and then
Yeah.
Tiki.
So like. Yeah. There's Tiki. True.
Right.
But like
True,
even then,
true.
like we don't like recently we didn't get
Oh,
a lot of.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but Eugene and Catherine
Yeah.
were more recent. They were the most recent water units.
Yeah. That's what I
We're
said.
talking
Like,
about ones besides them.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we didn't get a lot of water characters recently. So I'm hoping she's water.
Mhm.
I can see her being water with that design. And current's light for sure. Like
Well, with
Jupiter
the Jupiter
mask.
mask.
Yeah. But I think Cassandra is like water. I hope she's water, and I think she's water. She can be Shadow, I guess, but I hope she's not.
Ah, see, we say that, right? And then Cygames goes, haha, and then all of a
Shadows
sudden the
go-
whole
Shadow
banner
goes
is Shadow.
Oops, all Shadow.
yeah. I don't
But,
know. We'll
like-
have to see, yeah.
Even if she's good, like even if she's Shadow and she's amazing, it's like okay, whatever. Like Shadow has so many good units, it's
Mhm.
whatever. So I'm hoping she's water and she's up there with like Mitsuba and Summer Celiera.
Yeah.
Karina, I'm hoping she's a good water unit, and Kern, like honestly to God, I hope both of them are like light and water and just power creep the entire element.
Oh my god.
Because like I don't know, not completely power creep, but like just raise the bar for those elements.
Right. Or if, for example, Curran is seemingly light, I really hope that he is not a para inflictor and that he's more just a para punish.
Yeah.
So
Like like kind of like a light forte would be awesome.
Mhm.
But I want something like how like Galaxy got. She's really good. She has the in theory best personal DPS,
right.
but she's not the best unit. But she definitely raised the bar for the flame element.
Oh, absolutely.
She
yeah.
didn't power creep Azalith, for example, but
Mhm.
she raised the bar for the entire element. I hope both of them are what Galaxy did for flame, they do for water and light.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I'm hoping.
And we definitely need characters that give incentive for the player base to summon.
Yeah.
Besides Gala.
Right. I mean, technically
Because
speaking, as
the
happy
mi-
as I am with having almost 62,000 Wormite, if enough players are in my position, there's no revenue coming in off new banners. I mean, or barely any, right?
Because
And-
right now a lot of the player incentive is because you just either save for Gala or collab banners. That's it.
That's what I do.
Right. And
Like, I
obviously,
might be sitting on only like 3k Wormite because I spent for Galaxy, but like other than Summer Patia, I haven't spent since Fire Emblem Heroes 2, and before that I didn't spend it all since Monster Hunter.
right. Yeah, it's I don't know. And then again, this kind of bleeds into my thought of running, more cosmetics, skins, weapon skins, things that you could purchase. I think we mentioned earlier 2 hair colors. It would be cool to have like dye, right? So you could maybe you could dye Curran's hair, or you could dye Cassandra's hair, right? Maybe on the banners that the characters come out, there's like a limited time where you can purchase like a color for them, or in general. I think another thing that would be really cool would be the rainbow weapons as skins.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love those.
Right? I know Straight Lace and I had talked about this. And
Just make it like $40.
yeah, I mean,
Like
honestly,
make it expensive as fuck.
make the rainbow weapons just a big monetary flex.
Yeah.
And then obviously if you wanted it, you just buy it for your favorite weapon.
Yeah.
And then you could flex that on your character, and it looks really good. Like the rainbow weapon looks good, and the model is in the game. Like, please, I don't know. I'm not a developer, so I don't know, the nuances of implementing it. But it would be really cool. It
Shouldn't
would
be
really
that hard.
The assets are all there and everything. They just replace whatever weapon with that.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, that does it. Is there any? Oh, the other interesting thing that they made changes to was the mobile force strikes for those characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually did want to mention this. I know that it was probably a little bit farther back with the version update. So I'm just going to rotate back to the home screen while we chat about this. But Glace, speaking of one of your favorite characters, I'd like you to mention the discovery that we had.
Okay, so the night Master Kion came out, I didn't even attempt him first, as I remembered Mobile Force Strikes came out. First thing I did is I took Mega Man and tested him out, and I was so happy that even he was changed as well. Because as you all know, there was wands, there was staffs, there was bows. All of them got changes, but I didn't think unique Force Strikes would be affected at all. And I was surprised that Mega Man got his too, and he still had his unique flashing animation for when he walked and when he was charging. I just thought that was really cool. I made a post. It was very fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But even though his mobile Force Strike isn't that useful for like damage-wise, it's good for like building SP for him. Like this is just Mega Man specifically, just because I play him a lot. You all know this.
Yeah.
So even though it's
Absolutely.
not like that good for damaging, it at least helps his SP gain.
Right.
And I know for bows, I believe it makes it much easier for bows because of 4 spawns already gives you Force Strike skill haste. Essentially, just makes them all like bootleg Monster Hunter Cerise.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Then of course the skill haste, right? The skill haste and the force charge, or the force haste, striking haste, if you will. That all works together. So you get the bonus from both when you're using force strikes on the bow. So
A lot of bows have you, at least in the the DPS sims, have you spamming Force Strikes so you can get skills off quicker for stuff like Vayu.
right.
Vayu, or however you pronounce his name.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool overall. I definitely like that. I mean, even on the axes they have it. I noticed the axes have kept the unit draw ability while they're moving. So if we do have trash mobs as more of an important feature in the future, mobile draw from an axe, Force Strike, has utility.
That could really prove to be like an interesting mechanic for a future fight.
Right.
I'd like
I mean,
to see that.
you could draw minions away. You could be like, "Come here, you," and then just kind of pull them away, you know. So it'd be interesting to
Should try that in
you know.
Master Volk one day. The wolves, just probably as Ramona, just drag them all around.
Halloween mem. But
Oh yeah.
but yeah, so that definitely, or even Patia. I mean, if you tried to do some Patia.
Summer Patia has unique Force Strike.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And it's already mobile. So.
Yeah, it's
it was already mobile in the first place.
Ah, pain. Trying to be unique, but she's already too unique. So, yeah. And then I think wand is also now more of a projectile, and then staff. Have you guys tried out the mobile Force Strike for a staff unit? Is it still the Kamehameha?
Still Kamehameha or whatever. I've seen Graces do it in Kai pubs. When not Graces, like Cleo's for like the spell.
Okay,
you can just move while charging, but like when you actually do it, it's the exact same thing.
Right.
There's no actual change to the Force Strike itself, like wands have gotten.
Definitely solid changes. I really, really like the mobile playstyle, right, for the ranged units as well as some of the more melee.
Yeah.
It kind of just speaks to the weapon. I mean, like, when you think of an axe, right, like, I could definitely see someone winding up for a charge, but they're not necessarily going to root themselves.
Oh,
So.
I just thought about it. But you know what would be cool? If we get a unit that, like, while you're charging the Force Strike, it damages.
Damages
so, like, you
yourself
can
or
move
others?
Others. Like, you just spin the weapon, and it damages, or something like that.
That would be cool, right?
Yeah.
Like
Hector Copter for Fire Emblem.
Yeah. Or now we're into, like, Zelda collab territory where he's charging the Master Sword and, or something like that. I don't know.
That could be cool.
Or I guess more Breath of the Wild, right? Where he's like swinging around with an axe and it's like consuming stamina.
That'd be fun.
Right?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It'd be cool
Like you
to
just
have.
hold. You have a stamina bar,
Hmm.
and you spend the stamina to spin, and like his whole kit, the whole character's kit is like the skills are for like making the stamina higher or something like that.
Right.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Like
kit to work
Broken
with. I'd like
Punisher, you
that.
save the stamina for break. Oh, that would be awesome.
That would definitely be pretty cool. Yeah, you know, and maybe we get more unique characters. Obviously, these characters we currently have coming out will be for the Twilight defense solo event will be unique as well. So, chances for that. Yeah. All right, boys. Anything else that you noticed? Any other meta shifts you've noticed, or art that you'd like to share for this week?
Not really. I think. Nothing from me.
I'm currently combing through. Otherwise, I think we have basically covered everything that I would like to cover this week. So let me see. I'm just combing through some art. Oh, this is adorable.
I have to take this moment because I agreed to a friend to advertise them. Yona.
Yes.
Shush. Yona wanted me to promote their Patreon because they said that they could always use a bit more coming in. Uninstall Y0na. You may have heard of them. They're pretty cool. If you ever talk to them, tell them, I don't know, Patia cute, whatever, my catchphrase that he knows me. Alright, you hear that, Y0na? I advertise for you. You owe me.
And we'll definitely have a link if you have. They have it, Twitter. Is that correct?
I think they do have Twitter. I mean, you don't have to. Okay, yeah, sure. I think they'd appreciate that.
No, absolutely.
But,
I am more than happy to place their Twitter in the description. It's at Uninstall Y0na, right? For Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find.
I wouldn't recommend pulling it up on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brother.
All right.
Thank you for the notice.
Shush.
But yes.
No, I can mention a lot of art. I would recommend like Pyen. Pyen is fun.
Oh yeah, Pyen.
Pyen is fun.
I've only talked to Pyen like 2 times.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Pyen is super sweet and super nice.
Yeah, and their art is great. I love their art.
Great. Yeah.
I'm looking for a
A
reference
big
for
Norwin
Pyen.
fan.
Yeah.
We helped get their Norwin through some wacky clears because we really like wacky clears.
Yeah. Speaking of wacky clears, we did get like some wacky clears on your channel, Orthodox.
Oh my gosh, yes we did.
Yeah,
it's the one I commissioned.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, so I'm
but
just
we did
pulling
some-
up Pyen's art here.
You're
as a
you're
reference.
plugging my Twitter by accident.
Yes. Yes. There's Glace. Everyone go follow at Tactical Glace for more Patia fun.
Yeah.
Yes. You
As
can
well as
follow
this is
my...
a commission from Pyen specifically, at .png.
Yeah. So like we're planning on more wacky clears.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
This
For
channel will
3
be
Mega
filled
Man
with
clear.
wacky clears. Yeah, the
Our 3
Lexi and
Mega
the
Man
Boys.
was so fun.
Laxing the
It
Boys
was.
was a good time.
I
guys.
really think that we need to have more Mega Man, you know?
Yeah, sure.
We need more.
I wanna do a. There's 2 on my mind right now, which is Forcrom in Master Kai, and
Master Kai?
no, Master Book. Sorry, that would be no. That's a nightmare right there.
That would be
But,
very painful.
2 Patias and 2 Summer Patias in Master Kai. That sounds like a
That
hard
sounds
time.
pretty fun too.
Sounds
Yeah.
sounds like a bad time, but
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that.
Of course you are.
Yeah,
You
of
have
course,
the
I
obligation
am.
of making part of that.
I
Obligation of the
single-handedly
Patia.
founded an entire church dedicated to this one character. Of course, I want to do that. I get offended if my friends run with pub patios. I'm like, you didn't invite me? Seriously? Are we even friends?
That's adorable, yeah. There's one more art that I wanted to share as well, that you had actually shared here, Glace, was the Mim and Tiki, big sister, little sister art. I thought this was adorable. This was done by Shadow, at Shadow_2810. I really like this. I haven't hearted this yet. I'm gonna heart and retweet it for sure. But definitely wanted to share this one as well. Gotta have weekly Mim fan art. It's gotta be there. just for me. So, but this is an adorable piece. I really like the attention to detail where they have even the 3-star Fafnirs, the Moon Drake, and the Water Drake. And then also look, there's a little knot and a doll of Yuden and Marth in the background. So
I think that's adorable.
yeah. I do appreciate. Yeah, that being said, guys, if you liked today's podcast, definitely leave a like, comment on what you'd like to see in the future, or if you have any art that you'd like to have featured on the podcast, let us know as well in the comments below. Like I said, this is going to be a weekly thing, so definitely subscribe if you like what you see, more wacky clears as well. And if you'd like to possibly be a part of any wacky clears with us, think about joining the Discord in the description below again. LERART, anything that you wanted to plug before we head off for the day?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I just got to 150 followers, so that's nice.
My boy, absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, but follow me on Twitter. Yeah, that's really it, actually.
And Glace?
Oh, you've already plugged my Twitter. I
Yes.
do have really. I just kind of want to promote the Discord server some more. We like to hang out there a lot. I like to think that we're a chill group. We kind of vibe and do wacky stuff occasionally.
Yeah.
Other than that, of course, join Church of Patia today, and I don't know, get a high five. I don't
Yeah.
really have a-
If you'd like,
This is
look, I'll put the description for or a link in the description for the Discord if you have for the
I
Church of
do have a
Patia as
Discord
well.
server, but
So be sure to send me that. I'm gonna join myself,
Sure.
and then I'm also gonna put that in the description as well.
I also got the one for Yona. I just wasn't sure if our fragile audience could handle the shirtless Xander pick that they did a couple weeks back. I just want to be sure.
Sure. Well, great art has to be handled with great care. So
Exactly.
that being said, if there's anything not safe for work in there, I'll definitely have it detailed in the description. So for the audience members that are listening, do with caution. But remember, artist expression is always done in the best interest. So.
And of course, one last thing. Thank you for bringing me on here. I'm just a temporary guest, just kind of here to chill and help test the water. So I really appreciate y'all reaching out to me for the first one.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being a part of this novel experience as we grow. Thanks again,
No, it's
LERART,
a
for
huge
also
honor.
being on here all the time. So.
I remember what Orthodox reached to me, and he was like, "Who should we invite?" I was like, "I don't know, Quatin and Glace. I think both of you are I spoiled a little bit of the future. Sorry."
Oh, Patia on episode 2, there may be a very special guest, the most
Maybe.
delicious one of them all. So.
Yeah, juicy.
I like to call him Quiche.
Yes.
Yeah, I love me some juicy Quite. I love it.
That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, drop a like, comment below what you'd like to see in the future down below. Thanks for listening, and if you've made it this far in the video, again, guys, thanks so much. We greatly appreciate it.